Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Sleeping Giants, Red Star Belgrade. Now, before we get into today's episode, because there isn't a great deal to talk about because of, the way things are going at the moment, I know people were unhappy with the fact that I didn't sell Luka Jovic, but the fact that he left the club. I mean, there was nothing I could do about it. I just want to make this very, very clear, because I've tried to make this clear every time I put a video out. I put a little comment to explain the fact that I didn't know that, I'm unaware of the fact that Jovic and Rakowski become, Rajkovic, rather, not Rakowski, what am I talking about? Rajkovic become world stars, because I've never played a save in Serbia, nor do I read those sort of Wonder Kid shortlists on the internet, because I find if I read those, I'm likely to go and sign players from them, and I prefer to play the game blind, because I find it more fun that way, because then you discover talent, and yes, you make mistakes, but at the same time, it means that the entire game isn't written out for you, you don't sign the same players every time you play it. So yeah, I could sell the entire squad probably, and go buy Balanta and people like that, but then where's the fun in that, for me anyway? And I don't personally think that most people enjoy watching a save where I'm just going to sign the same old players in every single save, and it's boring. I prefer to wait and use some of the wonderful youth intake that we are almost certainly going to have. Now, someone has informed me that it happens around about March again, similar to like in England, but a little bit later in the month, so around about the 20th kind of time, but it is random this year to avoid, people cheating, which is kind of cool. I like that. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. And the fact is, we're doing all right at the moment without the two of them. They weren't going to be playing in the first team this year anyway. Rajkovic isn't as good as the first team goalkeeper we currently have. He may well have been in a few years down the line, but he isn't at the moment. So he wouldn't have been featuring anyway. And it was nice to cash in and just get some of the debt off the board, because that's what we're really struggling with. And as for Jovic, I would have liked to have kept Jovic. I really would have. I didn't want to sell him. That's why I turned down the offer from Dinamo Kiev. But I can only assume that they managed to get him on like a pre-contract, despite it being a year and a half in the future. And I did try to get him to sign a new contract when they'd made that original offer, but he said, I've only just signed a new contract and I can't, that kind of crap. So I don't know how they were able to get him, but they have, and it is frustrating. The point being, though, we have some unbelievably good quality players here as it is, and there will only be more that are going to come through in the next couple of seasons. So I wouldn't worry about it, except the cool thing about this is, instead of players that we're going to get new players, regen players that could be even better for all I know. I don't know how good Jovic actually turns out to be in terms of relating his overall potential, but who knows? If our academy is good enough to produce him, then it's good enough to produce 10 more of them over the next 10 years. Who knows? So yeah, that's my little sort of, not rant, of course not, but let's just enjoy what we're doing at the moment. I know things have had a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but it seems that we are picking things up a little bit lately. And the fact is, as much as I've had poor runs, I've actually won every single live com game we've played so far, so I'm hoping we can continue that today, and we do kind of need it to. So yeah, we're going to just quickly do a little chat about the other game we played. Now, I was a little bit worried about this one, because I know that we're expected to win the cup final. We're expected to win the cup. And when we saw MacLeod, I thought at home against them, we'd probably have a decent chance of winning it. We were not exactly brilliant. Let's put it that way. I think we need to go a little bit more direct with our play, to be honest. I've changed some stuff around. I keep changing stuff around. I'm just sort of using this first season to sort of use the fact that we're a decent side and better than most teams, and we can afford to have a slightly poor season maybe in the first one, as long as we still do okay. We can use this season, especially since we're not playing in Europe, to try and work out a tactic that we can then dominate with in the future. That is sort of the plan. That's why I keep changing things constantly, because nothing has really stood out as being like, yes, that is working well. Like, we may have won a game by a large scoreline, but then I'll try and play that tactic in the next game and it doesn't work. So we just need to sort of be a bit more consistent. That's what we're trying to find. So in this game, Petrovic was able to put MacLeod ahead on 29 minutes, and I feared the worst, because they were really starting to play some great football, and that was worrying. I'm not going to lie, that was worrying. Something else I need to change, which I have changed on my Pompey one, but I've forgotten to, is to add in, what was it I added in here? It was a report. That way you get to see that on players on these screens, because why the hell not? I had too physical for some reason, and it was annoying me, but I hadn't noticed it. I'm surprised no one pointed it out, actually, but there we go. So, but then literally in first half stoppage time, Donji Despotivic, he's a goal hero, seriously. He's been brilliant for us this year. If you actually look at his league record, he's got 9 league goals in 11 league appearances. That is actually very, very good for a 22-year-old, and that is why I kept playing him, even though we still have Luka Jovic. I keep playing Despotivic because he's currently, at the moment, he is a better player. And since Jovic isn't going to be here soon, I see no point in trying to play him at the moment because he's not as good as Despotivic, and Despotivic is scoring us goals. So I'm not going to knock it because that is one of the areas that is working for us. Then Pavicevic was able to, our centre back, our experienced old hand, and I'm saying that in the kindest possible way, stepped in there. Actually, it was a great header to make it 2-1 to us. He just completely flipped the game on them. It was surprising because we weren't really playing that well up until that point. Then, thankfully, Despotivic on 89 minutes managed to wrap up the tie and put us into the cup semi-final. We don't know who we'll be playing against yet. We'll find out that in the next episode because that draw happens over the Christmas period. So we have one more game, and I know it's a little bit slow, and I am massive. I do apologise for that. Don't worry, when we come back after the Christmas period, we won't come back into the Novi Pazar game. We're going to come back into the Vojvodina game, because that is the last game of the month, and I'd have to do both of those as live comms, and that would, like, as much as I'd like to do that, I find that you might find the progression a little bit slow if I was just doing one game a day, kind of almost like that. So yeah, we're gonna in the next episode we will be doing the Vojvodina live com first up, and in the episode after that we got 4 games. So things about we get Jagodina in that one. So yeah. We're playing Donji Srem today. Basically, nothing has changed in terms of the league positions. We're still 4th. We're still 6 points off the top behind Partizan. A win today could take us above Donji Srem, which is kind of important. Also, thank you to the person that actually explained to me a really brilliant explanation as how you actually pronounce the name of this our team, basically. Like, I didn't think like I was that far off, but apparently it's just the way I was saying the first part. So it's actually Srevena Zvezda. Srevena Zvezda. I think I apologise. I am trying. I was just saying it slightly wrong. I might just call them Red Star Belgrade, but they are called that in here. I don't know if that was actually part of the original database or whether that's been changed with the name fix I downloaded. So I honestly don't know, but it doesn't matter because you know who I'm talking about, regardless of what I call them. So yeah, there we go. That is the league, but that hasn't changed since last time. Hopefully, it will change today though, because we really do need to sort of get us. We're scoring plenty of goals. If we could just stop conceding quite as many, I think we'd be well placed, shall we say. As for the squad, well, I mean, I'll show you anyway. Despotivic is our top goal scorer in all competitions with 12 in 13, which is phenomenal. Assists-wise, Savicevic has 6. Man of the match, Savicevic has 3. Pass rating, Kovacevic has 87, is phenomenal. Yellow cards, we've got a few on 6, and obviously we've had the 2 red cards to Planic and Lazic. Overall rating is, of course, Savicevic. That's in all competitions. It's surprising that Despotivic hasn't actually got a high rating. I'm guessing that's because... Actually, I can't fully explain why his rating is as low as that, but there you go. Right, so yeah. I've seen people suggesting players that I could sign as well, and at the moment, we just aren't really in a position to sign anyone. Like, actually, we've got a little bit more transfer budget, so I might have a look in January to see if I can pick anyone up, but let's face it, we're going to basically be working with very little. I may have enough for one signing. If I can get him for like 150k, because then you've got sign-on fees and agent fees, and get him on like a decent enough wage, then yeah. I still don't understand how this was allowed. I just do not get it. I said no when they offered me it, and it just makes no sense. So yeah, I honestly have no idea how that even happened. So let's get ourselves going and get into today's game. Now, I'm pretty sure the tactic I'm using isn't overly different to the one you would have seen in our last live com, but I've changed some of the instructions. That's kind of the main difference because of what was working in our last one. So we're just going to move this around a little bit. I've gone for... Yeah, I actually did change it. Right, good. So yeah, we're going more direct passing now because it actually seemed to work quite well in the last game when we changed to that. Work ball into box still. I don't have retain possession on because we want to play at a high tempo. We're using tighter marking. We're hitting early crosses and clearing balls to the flanks. That's basically where we're building our play up. It's all flank work, essentially. So that is the kind of system. We're just going to do a quick pick so I can move some players around here. Gavric is on the right. We've got a few injuries, which doesn't help. Lazovic is the key one here, but I'm assuming that we've got an injury to... where is he? Peshnik. No, he's just not particularly fit. Of course, because he's Montenegrin, isn't he? So, yeah, it's not the... I wouldn't... I'm tempted to put Jovic in instead of Rakic here, actually. Because he can play there, and Rakic I prefer to be playing in a strike role if I can. So that looks about right for us. Bosancic has been absolutely superb. Seriously, he's been amazing for us. His free kick ability has been a sight to behold, should I say. Right, let's get this one going. Whew. I really, really want to win this. I want to make this, what would it be, 6 live com wins in a row? and it would take us up to third, and there's all kinds of potential for us to nick, although Partizan and Jagodina... Jagodina have quite a tough game, but Partizan, I think, probably are going to beat Spartak, you'd say. But we have to do our best to try and win our game too, and that's kind of the key for us here. We are away from home. I'm going to not ask you. I'm going to ask Momcilovic what he thinks. Oh, he's got some good... Well, I say good. That could be anything. Doesn't always mean good. But we're starting to get somewhere now, and I just think that we need to use this first year to settle down, try and win the league still, because I do worry about that, or at least try and win the cup. But we're doing okay in that, actually. Semi-finals already, so two more. We're only two wins away. Unfortunately, I'm pretty certain we're going to have to play off against Partizan at some point in that sort of series of games, because it's almost certain that we're going to have to play them either in the semi-final or in the final. So that is going to be a hell of a game, and I will try and live-com that as well if I can, depending on, you know, I want to try and live-com the Partizan games because it is just an amazing derby atmosphere. Right, we've had a half chance already in the first couple of minutes. Really, my assistant wants me to play a short passing style today. I might switch... Well, I won't ever switch to short passing. I might turn off more direct passing if things start to go a little bit... If we're not quite getting the kind of penetration that I'm looking for, then I will do that. Kukuriki are ahead here, so we've got to be careful. We saw... Yeah, that's better. Oh, no, we lost the... Oh, dear. That's a problem. Right, somebody mark up. There's one guy in there. Don't you dare let him win a header. Somebody get close him down. Where's the halfback? Oh, God. Oh, that's wonderful football. Great. Darko Spalovic puts Donji in front, and that is not what we needed right now. We're going to have to pull off a comeback. It's clearly what we're doing isn't working currently. Oh, great. That was some wonderful football from them, but we should have done better. We should be stopping that. We shouldn't be allowing them to pull us around like that. That is disappointing. We need to win this game on the coattails of teams like Partizan. This is a tiny stadium. Some lovely stuff on the edge of the area, though. Lovely sort of, not quite one touch, but... Well, actually, that bit was one touch. And goalkeeper, well... I mean, I'm certainly not blaming the keeper for that, that's for sure. Right, let's going to make a quick change here. Borac 1-0 up against Jagodina, so that's good to see. But we need to make the most of this situation. I'm going to turn off more direct passing for now. I might just turn off clear ball to flanks. We get the ball out to the flanks if we feel like it. I don't want to force it down there. I'm hoping that hitting early crosses is going to help us, but I may turn that off as well if things start to really bugger up, and this is not looking good to start with, guys. Oh, we won the ball. Excellent work. Kovacevic, Botancic, Savicevic. Oh, that's a good ball through for Despotivic, but he's not been able to get he's not been able to get on the end of it. Planic, that's some good play from him, actually, coming out the back and winning the ball. Kovacevic, please look for the left wing. Please, he's been in space for ages. Wait, sorry, that isn't our player, is it? I'm thinking, why is nobody marking him? Where's the highlight here? Oh, God. Oh, come on. Don't let them go straight down from their keeper. That's a great tackle from Planic. What? No. I even saw him touch the ball. You saw that as well, right? He touched the ball and then they gave a penalty. I could see the tackle. Oh, Jesus Christ. He didn't... Oh, bloody hell. We're going to be 2-0 down here. That's ridiculous. Go on. Oh, bloody hell. 2 goals down here away from home. That, to me, looked like bullshit. That penalty, I swear to God, he got the ball there quite clearly. I wish they showed you a replay of the penalty, like the actual penalty decision as well as the penalty itself. Well, I know he's pulling all the strings. And falling over a shitload. So they've had 2 shots and 2 goals. What a great start for us. We're going to have to... Oh, maybe a goal from a corner to sort of sneak us back into the game a little bit. Savicevic, get it back out wing. Get back out wide. Gavric whips the ball back across. Jovanovic! There we go. 2-1. And we are back in the game. Vukasin, Jovanovic. I feel that that's righted a bit of a wrong there because I don't think that should have been a penalty, but we're level, well, not level, but we're back in the game a little bit now. It's still going to be quite a mighty task for us to actually go and win this one. It's a great header from Jovanovic. And that is 2-1 here. But we need to make the most of situations like this that were good from set pieces. We're good at defending set pieces too, which is something I've very rarely been able to say on Foot Manager this year. We're looking better here. They've had a few more chances though. A couple more shots. Don't let them get a third before half time. That would be unacceptable. That's a great clearance. Despotivic is in here. He's faster. I don't know what happened there. Is he going to get red carded for that? Please tell me he's going to get red carded for that. Yes! Right, now we've got the rest of this game against 10 men. If we don't win this, I'll be a bit pissed. I thought Despotivic should have got through there, but the fact is we're playing against 10 men, so we're going to have to sort of work out a way to do this in the second half, because they are going to retreat, which means we can push higher up. We're going to have to. Just have to try and squeeze them in this second period. We're going to have to wear them down, basically. Oh, wait. Please don't tell me they're going to go back in front before half-time. That would suck. Ball over the bot for Despotivic. He's through here. Can he finish? Oh, he can't. He's usually so reliable in those sort of situations this year. He's put those away. Oh, that's a shame. Right, okay. We haven't been playing well. A little bit hard done by on the penalty, but that means it would still be 1-1, so we still haven't played well enough for me. Let's try and... 2 second-half goals. I think we're capable of it. I think we're, especially now that we're the better team. I am going to just move it down to flexible here, just because, I don't know, that's one of the things I was meant to change, actually. I don't like fluid. It just leaves you too open. Right. We're going to push higher up. We're going to close down more, because I want to make sure that we can just hassle them and try and get the ball off of them. We're not going to hit early crosses now. We're going to look for the overlap, just because... get men forward, basically. There's not going to be a lot of space, so there's no point in passing into it. Yeah, that should do. Let's just see how we do in the second half. I might throw it on overload later in the game, but that is sort of a last-ditch attempt, like last 10 minutes kind of thing, because you are liable to get caught out. I know a lot of people said that, you shouldn't use overload, but the fact is, if we're already on attacking, the only way that we could be more attacking is to go on overload. Sometimes I do it too early, but the fact is, it's worked most of the time. Partizan are 2 up in their game. Come on, guys, let's do this. In fact, what we got? Nervous, frustrated. I'm just going to tell them... I'm just going to encourage them. Just straight up encouragement. Just go for it. You've got 40 minutes against 10 men. I want to at least see a couple of chances created. Because at the moment, we've had a clear-cut chance each, and we've had those 4 half chances too. I don't really think we've seen most of those, but this is not working for us so far. We're keeping a lot of the ball, and they're actually having a couple of shots with this. Right, I'm going to wait till we make the substitutions, get some fresh legs on them. We may have to change our tactics again, because it just isn't working for us at the moment. Oh, actually, wait, that's a bit better. We're not getting the hit. We're not really hitting the target much, though, and that is frustrating. Right, what have we got on the bench? Who's knackered? Jovic is not exactly looking in the best of shape. We're going to bring on Rakic in for Jovic here. And I'm going to bring in Avramovsky as well, because he's looking a bit knackered in that position. I want to keep Bosancic on, just because he is such a great player and could be the hero for us at some point if he could win a free kick or something. Right. I'm just going to give it a little bit longer. They are going to get tired, that's for sure. We need to create another chance. A draw wouldn't be the worst result in the world, but for me, it actually possibly kind of... Oh, God, I was about to make a change. Okay, well, after this highlight, we'll make the change. As long as this highlight doesn't involve them scoring. Are you kidding me? That's a terrible header. Somebody win the ball. Well played. Right, Avramovsky, can he find a good pass? He's been surrounded by... That's a great ball out wide to Rakic. If only we can keep the... Come on, keep recycling that ball. Rakic has done well. There's a good little bit of dribbling. Avramovsky, not a lot of space. Rakic, come on, find a good pass. Despotivic, what a save. Gavric, back across. Avramovsky, and that's another big stop. Oh, that was our big chance to equalise there. I think if we equal... Oh, come on. If we equalised there, we'd have been right in there. Oh, I don't really have anyone that can play that central midfield. Wait a minute. Let me just check this on tactics. I might be able to move some other players around. I'm thinking, well, we'll bring on Gojic. Can Kovacevic play? Yes, he can. Okay, that's fine. We'll bring on Gojic there, and we'll just switch those two over. Not really what I wanted to do, but we don't really have much choice in them. I would rather have kept Bosancic on, but we can't afford risking him getting an injury. Okay, so when it gets to 75 minutes, which it will do almost certainly in a sec, I'm going to have to throw this on overload, because we have literally no choice to just go forward and try and win this game. I cannot believe we're losing. I don't think we deserve to be losing this game. When you look at these stats here, we've dominated every facet of this game. Come on. I don't think we're going to do this, I think we're going to have all of these opportunities and not actually manage to... Oh, here we go. Corner. Gavric's ball. He's played it all the way back to Avramovsky. And that's all the way back to Antic. Maybe looking back out to Gavric. First time ball in. Despotivic! There we go again. 2-2 here. And, well, that's bloody well deserved if you look at how dominating we've been since they actually went down to 10. It took a little while for the pressure to set in, but I think it's because after a while they just decided we're going to try and sit on this. We've still got 9 minutes to go for it. There's a great ball from Antic there to play out wide, and then Gavric with the first time ball, and it just kind of catches them out. Despotivic scores yet another goal for us. Right, now we've got 10 minutes to go for the next goal. Just go for it. Thank God he doesn't play for us. They're going to be down to 10 men. No, they're not. Oh, I can't believe we're not going to win this. That's disappointing. I've got to tell you. Oh, if only we hadn't had that stupid penalty. I think we deserve to win this game based on just looking at everything down here. Everything basically points to the fact that we should have won this game, and that is very, very... Oh, no, that's not. We're not going to score, and that is a shame. It's also going to be the first live com that I've failed to win, and that is a shame to come today, and in a game that we've played so well in. But you can't win them all, I guess, but I really would have liked to have won this one, since they did have 10 men for like the entire second half, and we only managed to find 1 goal. Disappointing. I can't believe we've only got 1 goal in that game. I mean, yeah, it's a great comeback and all that, but... with that amount of chances, I would have liked to have at least won the game. It just... That's a shame. So we are now 8 points off the top and Partizan. We're going to need to have a great couple of months here to try and reel those guys back in. But at least it's a bit more bunched up at the top here with... this is disappointing. Partizan look like they're starting to walk away with this, and we've got to make sure that we don't let them do that, and results like that are not helping. I don't think we played that badly in this game, and that's frustrating too. One of the things that I think made a bit of a difference for us, which I'm going to change now before I forget, before I save basically, is to make us flexible, not fluid, because it just didn't seem to work for us. So guys, there you have it. Disappointing. Thought we should have won that one. But we'll be back in our next game, which will be not the game that I said it was against Novi Pazar. I've decided we'll do the Vojvodina one instead, because it gives us a little bit more... not game time, but it gives us a little bit more time, basically. So it's a little while away, but yeah. So join us in the next episode for the Vojvodina game. So guys, if you like what you've seen, please feel free to drop a like on the episode, and if you'd like to even more than that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for the Vojvodina game, and hopefully we're a little bit closer by then. Bye-bye.